Hi, this is my first recording, so I apologize for the poor audio and any errors that might be in it. This is a build I've been working on, my own build, rather than a cookie cutter build that you'd always see. I'm currently actually hoping that I'll be able to get some advice on the tweaking of the sets or the CP or any advice. So I am a Nord and a Templar. My health is at 31k, stam at 29, spell resistance 18k, physical resistance 16k. My boon is the warrior. I am running buy stat food for the max, max stam. The warrior is my boon. I'm a werewolf, but I don't use it. Buffed up with rally. My damage is just a tiny bit over 3k. I know it's shitty. I'm running a 5-piece Hide of Morihaus, 5-piece Eternal Hunt. Hide of Morihaus unfortunately only comes in blue, and I have weapon damage glyphs in it. My boots for Eternal Hunt is well fitted for the reduction in roll dodge. When you roll dodge to an enemy, you generate a poison glyph on the floor that trips like a landmine. I get about 8.5k on the poison and a 2.5 on the immobilization. Heavy legs, it's too heavy, and the rest is gonna be medium. I forgot about that. Legs the legs are heavy with max stam. All the body pieces will be max stam glyphs. Hands impen on Eternal Hunt. Waist Eternal Hunt impen. Heavy chest, well fitted. I currently do not have a monster set as I just got back into the game, but I'm hoping to run either a 2-piece Village for the weapon damage and that nice proc that it has, or a 1-piece Village 1-piece Kenna for the weapon damage. My back bar weapon is a greatsword for executioner and rally. My front bar is dual wielding. I am running a sharpened mace and sword of Eternal Hunt. My mace has the weapon damage berserker proc glyph, and my sword has the leeching glyph, because I do need whatever return on my stamina. My CP is 60 in a Warlord, 70 in Mooncalf, 27 in a Tumbling, but I'm going to be putting more in there to increase that reduction as much as possible. Nothing into the Apprentice, nothing in the Atronach, 79 in a Mighty, 40 in Thaumaturge because my bread and butter spam. 38 in Precise Strikes, but I might drop that to maybe 20 and pump more into Thaumaturge and Mighty. 2-piece in Medium Armor Focus, 35 Spell Shield, 40 Resistant, 40 Hardy, 40 Elemental Defender, nothing in Lord. Since I'm not running sets like Ophidian or Alchemist or Hunting's Rage, I am using every single Fighter's Guild ability I can to capitalize on Slayer, which will increase my weapon damage by 3% for every Fighter's Guild ability I have on my bar. So I have Rearming Trap for the Major Force buff, Evil Hunter for the Mage Light ability, and reduction in Fighters Guild cost, and I get the passive of Major Savagery as long as it's on the bar. Turn Undead, which gives me protection, and I fear any Deadra, werewolves, or undead. So in PvP also, it would also fear vampires or werewolves, and maybe we need to get the hell out of Dodge if I have to. Silver Leash, which is actually my gap closer, which deals almost 6k in physical, reducing the movement in by 40% for 6 seconds. But when you pull the trigger a second time, you deal 5 more k, and you are pulled to them. So that would put me at 12%, and Dawnbreaker is my 5th ability, which would put it at 15%. And with Flawless, I get another 5%, put me at a whopping 20% on weapon damage. My bread and butter is obviously jabs. I currently deal a little over 1100, but I'm trying to pump this up as much as I can. My back bar has Repentance for recovery, Shuffle, Resolving Vigor, Rally, Executioner. I just might drop this out for something else because I doubt I'll be switching. I'll have time to switch to use it, or I just could probably use it in a dungeon if I'm with a friend. And Solar Prison for the reduction in damage. I currently do not have every single skill line that I am using maxed out. My two-hand is only at 43. My dual wield is at 43, and I know Ruffian will help out with my Eternal Hunt proc, but I'm also hoping it will help with my knockdown as well. It will increase my jabs by that 8% on top of all that other stuff I got. Twin Bladed Blunt, obviously. I get the pen with the mace and weapon damage with the, my damage with my sword. But I'm actually debating on going dual swords. Any advice would be helpful. I really do want to keep Hide of Morihaus because not many people would expect that to happen. But I'm actually debating on replacing Hunt with either Skirmisher or Clever Alchemist, actually. I'm pretty much just fucking around with this. That's all it is. I saw Morihaus, and I noticed in the sewers a lot. I actually get backed into a corner when I was grinding out ults, and it actually quite works well, at least against computer enemies. Just lure them into a corner or a kill box like this. Dodge roll through them all. You will get a lot of them, which will knock them all down, and when you turn around and you're fast enough, you can jabs the fuck out of them, and you will mow them down. But then again, against a player, you'll probably get 1 or 2 jabs in. That's about it. And that's if you're lucky. But in PvE, it might be a somewhat viable build, but against PvP, which I was hoping it might be somewhat effective, as I'm actually doing a lot of CC with my dodge rolling, because I knock them down, they're on their ass for as long as it takes, and my allies would be able to move in and swarm on them. Or if I'm with a buddy, they would be doing the main focus and the damage. So I would try and get close to them, so that way I can get them to trip the mine as well that's left by Eternal Hunt. And then jabs, just keeping the pressure as much as I can. I've dueled a couple people in the arena, but I've got mobbed every time. I can maybe get them down to 45% if I'm lucky before I hit the ground. Is that any advice that I can get? I want to keep Hide, as I said, and try something new, something different, because I know the major craze for Eternal Hunt is to pair it with Skirmisher, as Delta approved. It does work, but I'm trying to make my own build here on that by using something nobody would really use, which would be the Hide of Morihaus. Alrighty. Any comments down below to for some advice on it. Thank you.